Right now the nation is still, and it's going to take a long time, working through the implications of the shooting death of Charlie Kirk, right? And the ever ratcheting up concern of political violence in this country. So in terms of national security and leadership, I just want to play one quick clip of President Trump and one of the things he said in response to the shooting of Charlie Kirk.
My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country.
So people have opinions about that domestically, but I'm wondering from your experience, how does the world respond to when they hear President Trump say things like that about the actions he's going to take within the United States?
Well, let me start by saying that I much preferred Governor Cox's response to this because I think the way that he put it, the humanity with which he spoke, and the unequivocal rejection of political violence and the shocking, brutal, and horrible crime against Charlie Kirk does deserve to be condemned. But then the answer is that we all have to pull together, not try to use this as some pretext to go after political opponents. And to your question of how the rest of the world would look at this would look really familiar in other parts of the world. It would look familiar in countries where some awful act happens and the leadership, usually autocratic leadership, says it must be the civil society, it must be the NGOs, it must be all of the people I don't like who are behind this. And those people are terrorists, and we're going to go after them. And that is a very dangerous thing. And we should be speaking out and pushing back against that, because this should really be a moment for the United States, a bracing moment for us all to say, whatever your political persuasion, we reject political violence, but we equally reject the idea that a political division means that you can turn the other person into an enemy who is beyond the pale simply because they hold a different view than you do. And I fear that given both what President Trump has said and subsequently what other officials in his administration have said about the investigations they're going to open into places like the Ford Foundation, which has been investigated in other countries, by the way, on similar thin, ridiculous pretexts. This is out of a playbook that leads to a dark place, and I think we all have to stand up and say something about that.